Okay, here's a really dicey situation with the Serenata Beach Club.
Yeah.
And this has been going on for months. You guys remember a couple of months ago, there was a rumor circulating that they were shutting down after a particular week. I don't remember the exact date, but I actually went down there, talked to a few people at the Serenata Beach Club.
I think it was Labor Day. It was like something noted, something very important.
Yeah, it was something like that. There was some sort of a holiday type party going on down there while we were there. But a lot of people expected them to be closed after that day. A lot of people expected that was going to be their last day. And a lot of people were frustrated because they had paid dues. And there's members out there, and it is not cheap to be a member out there.
No.
It is not cheap at all to be a Serenata Beach Club member.
There's an initiation fee, and then there's an annual fee.
Like $5,000 a year or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's
It's
like
thousands and
$7,000, I think,
thousands of dollars. Yeah.
$500,
And Serenata Beach Club, by the way, is out there in kind of that Ponte Vedra, Villano area.
Yeah.
Around that big curve. It's that big part of that big hotel complex,
They
right?
moved A1A to build it.
Right.
That's right. Yeah. A1A had to kind of skirt around Serenata Beach Club. So went there, and it was very interesting because at the end, before I left, they had made an announcement that, oh, great, the funding came through. It's going to be okay. We've worked it all out. We're going to be able to keep going. It's going to be fine. So then this letter comes out yesterday. It came out just as we were ending our show. So we didn't have time to, or people started leaking it just as we were ending our show.
They sent it to their members in the middle of the night. Let's note that as well. Then
they sent it to their members in the middle of the night.
Right.
Okay, so the people woke up to this letter.
Right.
People who paid a lot of money woke up to this letter. So here is what the letter read. If you haven't seen it already, we posted it on our Facebook page, and I believe the Instagram page as well. It says, Dear Serenata members, it is with great sadness and disappointment that I type up this letter tonight. As is public knowledge, we were victims of a crime last year during the process of refinancing the club. We've been playing catch up ever since, and it's not been easy. I've been repeatedly promised by leaders that they could quickly close with us, only to be let down for one reason or another, losing valuable time. Somebody playing music out there?
I don't know.
Oh, we have some guests in the lobby.
Oh, would you mind asking them
I got you.
just turn the volume down on that a little bit? Thank you. We can hear it in here in the studio. I've repeatedly been promised by leaders. Our latest repositioning was supposed to be completed 3 weeks ago, and we continue to be promised that it is going to happen any day. Unfortunately, until that's finalized, it would be impossible to continue full-service club operations. And I don't have the details on what that specifically is, but it seems like they were operating all right when I was there a couple of months ago. It goes on, I have intentionally not sent out membership renewals because I will not take money for future services from loyal members who have stuck by us through these trying times without the assurance we could provide the service and amenities that you have grown accustomed to. As I write this, I continue to work diligently towards a permanent resolution that suits the needs of the amazing employees as well as you all. This is not to say that this may not happen in a matter of days or even hours, but it's not fair to the incredible staff to put them at risk of that not happening. Goes on to say, until we complete, it's a long letter. Until we complete the reorganizations process, we must temporarily cease all food and beverage operations. When we reopen, it will be because we can manage the operation properly for the foreseeable future. And at that time, you can feel confident in paying your yearly renewals. They say, please know I am devastated to have to share this with you. I will not stop working to make this right. I will never forget the loyalty of those who have stuck with us through these trying times. The kind words of so many of you have sent to me mean more than you will ever know. Thank you all, Molly Butler. Now, there were rumors around there, and I don't know how true this is, that there was somebody who was in a high position out there who had maybe run off with some money. I can't confirm that at all, but that was the rumor that was flying when we were there that day. It seems like there was just a financial commitment, according to this letter, that has not been met, or a renovation commitment that just hasn't been met. A lot of people did give kudos out to the Serenata Beach Club for putting out this very professional letter and letting people know, taking some accountability, and just letting people know what was happening. I guess it's a good thing that they're not taking any money from people right now. Go ahead, Troy. You want to say something?
Yeah, and I'm okay with the letter, and I understand, and they get in hard places. And the way I understood it, there was supposed to be a closing, and then the closing didn't happen on the property being bought. But like I said, that's all rumors. Also, where my thing is did they let the staff know of the food and beverage? Did they let the people know at that level, or did they find out the exact same time at 11? What did you say? 11:27 on PM.
Right, 11:27 p.m. was the letter.
11:27 p.m. when it goes out. Like, these people might have been ready to show up for lunch, and this happens a lot in the restaurant world, where they show up for work and it's closed.
Yeah.
You've worked in the restaurant world.
That happened to me at Quincy's. When I was working at Quincy's, that's exactly what happened. You show up for work and everybody's gone.
And that's so wrong. I mean, did they give the staff a chance to go find another situation?
Yeah.
Because these people have families and bills to pay. And that's when I was reading that, I was thinking about the staff, like, man, how'd they handle that? Yeah. This is easy to write this letter and still sound good and do the right thing on the letter.
Right, but how did they do?
Did you actually do the right thing by your people? So, and I don't know that answer.
Right.
So they might have, but I don't know that answer. And that's, as I was reading that, I was instantly going to the staff. So.
And I will say, when this happened to me at Quincy's, which is a much different, almost night and day, actually, restaurant scenario. But, I mean, up until, I remember the night before, I had just started officially waiting tables out there at Quincy's.
Yeah, you just got your promotion.
Yes, I just got my promotion. And the night before, I had got word that it was closing, so I knew, but I kind of wanted to test them. And I was, I walked up to the management. I was like, man, I am loving doing this waiting tables thing. It's awesome. I made so much money. Thank you guys. And I'm so looking forward to doing this. Continuing to do this.
But you knew that it was done.
I knew it was done. They hadn't told anybody officially, and they just kind of went with it. They're like, yeah, we're looking forward to having you waiting tables and blah, blah, blah. You're doing great. And, and then the next day they were gone.
Yeah.
The next day they were out in the parking lot selling off the remaining yeast rolls.
Yeah. So
They were literally out in the parking lot saying, we're selling off all the food. We're getting out of here.
You said yeast rolls. They're trying to flip some yeast rolls in the parking lot.
They were.
I've had two restaurants where I was doing trivia, and trivia is usually one of the busier nights. They literally will do trivia, and they'd be closed the next day because they knew they were going to make money that night.
Right.
And then be closed the next day. And then I'd have staff going, did you know? I was like, hell no, I didn't know. I was planning on being there next week.
Yeah.
They didn't tell me anything.
Because there is kind of that double-edged sword of, you want to take care of your people, but you also know, right? But you also know that as soon as you put word out that it's closing, half of your people are just going to quit. They're not going to come back. They're going to find something else. They're just not coming back, and you won't be able to finish out your last week or last couple of days. So that is a tough spot to be in as an owner, manager, in a situation like that. But boy, I just think it's always better to be totally upfront with people as much as you possibly can. I know you can't always let all the details fly, but you got to let people know that, hey, let's start looking for, just for you and your family, you might want to start looking for something else.
Things aren't going good.
Right. And you can tell things are a little different. The managers are super stressed out and they're sweating all the time, and it's just, you can kind of tell. We kind of knew that was coming.
The math is mathing. I mean,
Quincy's.
Right.
Yeah.